Hey everybody, I'm Judy Doherty and I'm here at our Tupperware studio in Spring, Texas. We're doing a cooking class today, and what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to use our pressure cooker that's actually made for the microwave, making a whole chicken. A whole chicken. Now you might say, well, why would you want to do that, right? Why not just buy one at the grocery store? Well, the reason you wouldn't want to buy one at the grocery store is you never know how old that chicken is. You never know how clean that is. And for me, I'm a stickler when it comes to making sure my meat is very clean, the chickens are cleaned out. In fact, I've even heard of stories that people cook chickens with the gizzard and neck and middle packets still in, so don't do that. Make sure when you buy your chicken, you clean it. My mother always taught me, so we do as our mothers tell us, right? She always said to soak your chicken in a cold salt bath for at least 30 minutes, like a brine, and that would pull the blood and juices out. Never check to see if it's true because it is in my book because my mother told me, right? So I always do it. So let me go ahead and show you today. I've taken a whole chicken, I cleaned it out, and I soaked it in some ice cold water with about 1/4 of a cup of salt and one of our large Fatsa bowls, and that way the blood and juice would be pulled out of it. Now, when you buy chickens, you always want to watch the weight to make sure that you're getting a chicken that is not too small, but your smaller ones that are just not going to have enough meat on them, where this one is about almost 5.5 pounds. So it has been washed, and 5.5 pounds fits in here beautifully, which I'll show you in just a second. You don't have to do this, but what I like to do is flavor it, depending what you're going to do with your chicken afterwards. So tonight, what we're going to do with this chicken is we're going to cook it, we're going to serve it just with chicken, maybe your green beans, your potato, your rice, or something like that. Then what you can do with the leftover chicken is you can make a chicken soup, you can make chicken enchiladas, you can make a pot pie, something of that sort. So I'm going to take and add into the cavity a few vegetables. Again, you don't have to do this. I just do prefer the flavor on it. So I'm taking my washed chicken, setting him up. He's real happy here in the cavity, which hopefully you can see. That's the big old cavity. I'm going to take 1/2 of an onion, put it down in there. I'm going to use a couple pieces of celery, and I do like the leaves. When I'm putting it inside, I don't know, for some reason I think the taste really comes out on that. So a lot of times when we don't want to use that celery that has the pretty little green leaves and we throw it away, save it for your chicken or your soups or something, because I think it really flavors it nicely. And then I'm going to have a couple carrots into it as well. If they're too long, you can just break them, and all you're doing is putting them right into the cavity. So however they will fit, and I'll put as much as will go. Typically, my husband will eat these when they come out. Husbands eat anything, pretty much, right? All right, and then you want to put the breast side up. So I want to show you what this looks like so that you can just see here. Let me turn it. Pretty for y'all at home. See how that onion is sticking out of there? And the breast side up. Now, a lot of times people will say, add water, but I don't. I don't add any water. We're going to season this. What's your favorite seasoning?
The Southwest.
Southwest?
The Italian and the Italian. All of it's good.
Chipotle would be good too.
Chipotle. All right, so this is one of our seasoning blends that we make here at the studio. The great thing is we offer classes that you can come into. They are free. And we show you how to make 22 different seasoning blends. The advantage of making your own seasoning blend is you know exactly what's in it, where if you buy Mrs. Dash or Mr. Dash or whatever the names are, typically you don't know what fillers you're paying for, and you're paying by weight. So this one is our Italian, because our guests today here at our cooking class said they love the Italian. And I'm going to sprinkle that right over top of the chicken. And you can use our Chipotle. You could use our
Steak and chop.
Steak and chop. I like our seasoning salt as well. It does make it pretty. It really does. So there you go. And again, let me show you up close so you can see how pretty that is. Isn't that nice? even closer. Here you go. All right, so we're gonna take the pressure cooker cover and we're gonna put it on by lining up the arrows. And when you do that, the cover just fits right on top. You turn it, and when you turn it, it'll lock it into place. And then you bring your handle all the way down. You will find that your indicator, you want to make sure it's in the pressure cooker, because that indicates if there's steam inside of it. It'll actually lift up and kind of sizzle. And that's when you know, don't open the pressure cooker until all that sizzling is gone, just for safety hazard, right? We also have valves that will release the pressure as it cooks. We even have a valve underneath the handle that if for some reason too much steam would build into your pressure cooker, it'll pop the handle up one notch. It can't come up the rest of the way, and that steam will escape as well. So that's as easy as it can get. You take your chicken, you wash it, you soak it in that cold salt brine if you wish. You put it in if you wish with vegetables. You add seasoning if you wish. 30 minutes in the microwave. Sound easy? All right, let's pop this in. And because of timing, I actually have one that I'm going to be able to show you. So let's go ahead and get 30 minutes. At the studio, we teach many different things. In fact, with your pressure cooker, you can make a cake. Make your cake mix, put your cake in here. You're talking minutes, maybe 7 minutes. Again, it depends on the microwave you have a cake. We do make one that has peanut butter, chocolate, fudge. Yeah, that's decadent, but we'll show you how to make that in here. You can make a dump cake where you just put, my grandmother used to make dump cakes, and that's where you put your can of peaches or any kind of pie filling with your cake mix. That's your dessert in minutes. We also teach how to make side dishes. My favorite is macaroni and cheese, right? Macaroni and cheese and lots of cheese, but literally it's minutes in the pressure cooker and it tastes like grandma's. Grandma used to make it's very good. And Grandma used to make her macaroni and cheese on Sunday and it cooked and you'd smell it. Same thing, but in minutes in the pressure cooker, about 10 minutes typically. So I love that. And if you haven't seen that cooking class, please stop in or even message me and I can give you the recipe. So the pressure cooker is pretty cool. When you pull out your pressure cooker, again, that indicator will show you if there's steam still in it. So I'm going to show everybody close up. You can see the indicator is up. That's that little yellow valve, and you can see how it's up a little bit, meaning there is still pressure built up in our pressure cooker. So you do not want to open it until that pressure is relieved. So we're going to let that sit for just a second. But let me tell you, in our house, now I'm an empty nester, and for me to cook a whole chicken, we could never eat a whole chicken. Well, I guess we could, but we choose not to eat a whole chicken for dinner. And what I like to do with it is the first night I'll typically serve chicken with side dish and vegetables. But in the fall and winter, I love to make a pot pie. So how many of you love pot pies? Okay. There's comfort foods, right? And typically we think, oh, I don't have that much time. But I'm going to show you a way to make pot pie today that's pretty simple. You ready for that? Say yes?
Yes.
All right. So I have my pie shell. Again, you can make a pie shell if you wish. This is going a simpler way. And these are the already made pie shells from Pillsbury, I think it is, right?
Yeah, Pillsbury.
And you just unroll them. It's still a little cold, but that's okay. You can't mess it up. You put a hole in it, you just need to do that. I'm rolling it out on our silicone form. That is a product that you can use whether you're making some wings or you're making cookies or you're making anything. You're rolling out your dough. This is a really terrific piece. It is made of 100% silicone. It's dishwasher safe. Nothing sticks to it. It's really great. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our cookware, and with our cookware, just to speed this pot pie up, I'm going to take my cookware onto the stove, and I'm going to add some vegetables. So let me get this on the stove and heating. What kind of vegetables do you like in your pot pie?
Carrots, celery, potatoes, onions,
Carrots,
lots of onions, lots and lots of onions.
carrots, celery, potatoes, and
Garlic.
onions. Garlic. Okay. So I pretty much have all that. So for the sake of time, I did go ahead and cut up my carrots and my celery. Just you put them in whatever size that you like. I just did nice thick chunk sizes. I'm gonna take a potato, and depending how big your potatoes are is how long it really will take to cook with this. So I don't make them too large because if I'm making a fast pot pie, that's what I want is a fast pot pie. My favorite part is always the gravy in it, right? All right, so my pan is heating up, and I'm going to take a little bit of water, bouillon, and a little bit of flour to make my gravy. So I'm going to start with my bouillon and about 2 cups of water. And I'm not going to pour all of it in just yet because you want to wait and see how much of your vegetables that you're going to use. You don't want to have it too soupy. This is what we like to use here at the studio. It's called Better Than Bouillon. Better Than Bouillon is our organic reduced sodium bouillon that comes in a paste. You can buy this in any grocery store. Of course, I love our HEBs. Costco sells a larger jar of it. I think the taste is much richer in it. So I'm going to put that on, bring it to a boil, and that is about 1.5 tablespoons of bouillon, and I had 2 cups of water in the pitcher. I haven't used all 2 cups yet, but we will see what we're going to work with. As far as potatoes, you can use a russet potato, you can use a red skin potato, you can use a small red potato, which is going to be a little bit more expensive. The smaller the red potato, the more you spend. How much potato you guys want? Y'all don't get to eat it, unfortunately. They do, but that's the problem with videos. You need a little smell and taste app, right?
Yep.
Let me taste that right there. So I'm just quartering the potatoes up. I did wash them. Always wash your vegetables when you bring them home from the grocery store. And I think that looks like plenty. So let's go ahead and put those in.
And we lost one.
Away goes. Thank you. No, gets thrown away. We don't have the 3-second rule at the studio or in my house. All right, so that's starting to cook, and we're going to just stir it around. And I want that bouillon to completely melt down because it is a paste when you use it. So you do want it to cook down. And that's going to start the cooking process on the potatoes. Okay. Cooking that, and then we have our other vegetables to go in. Now let's take a look at the chicken. The indicator has gone all the way down, meaning there is no steam left in it. And that typically will take about 10 to 15 minutes, depending. You're going to lift up your handle. You're going to twist it. And then once those arrows line up on the side, you lift it away from you. You can feel the steam that's coming out of it. And oh my gosh, look at this chicken. Now, I did not put seasoning on this because we were using it in the pot pie. So I wanted my seasoning to come from what I flavor it.
That's wonderful.
Isn't this beautiful? Let's see, or can you see? See my carrot sticking out, my onion. Isn't that beautiful? How does it smell?
Smells good.
Wonderful. It sure does. So that there is something you can use right away. You can serve it that night. You can debone it, put it in, and make chicken soup. In fact, I have a really great recipe. The next time we're together, I should show it to you. To make a nice chicken soup that literally, as I say, tastes like grandma's, that you make in the pressure cooker. So I'm going to take a little piece of this and my potatoes, make sure they're starting their little cooking process. And show you how much juice. I added no water to this. And there is so much juice in it that you're going to be like, holy moly, did Did you add juice? And the answer is no. So we do it like this. Because there's a lot of juice. That's why when people say, oh, I added water all the way up on it, I'm thinking, you don't have to. There's so much water that will come out of your chicken. Beautiful. So, again, I would say that's about a cup and a half of water.
Oh, easily.
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
See if you, well, you guys can't really see for me to tilt it, but it's about a cup and a half. And it is truly a nice flavor because it's your chicken flavor. So you could add this to your pot pie. You could also refrigerate this in a bowl, and within maybe 7 hours or so, any fat is going to come to the top, which you can scrape off, and then be able to use it being a fat-free broth as well. So let's take a little piece of this chicken. How nice that cuts. Very beautiful. And once it's cooled down, it's pretty hot right now, we can debone it completely. You can use really the entire chicken. So, when do you guys make chicken pot pie? All year or just winter?
Just winter.
We like it. Especially once I learned how to do the chicken so quickly, I tend to make it more because it's easier. This is literally falling right off the bone. I'm going to leave the dark meat for everybody to taste today, right? And I'll cut the chicken up into pieces, putting as much in as you prefer. My potatoes, I feel they're starting to boil, which is just lovely. And I'm going to turn on the oven. And going. Just like at home, we always have things in our oven, right?
Yes.
And right, I put it on 425 for the shell. So I heated the oven up. There's some more chicken off the bone. Yeah, that kitty cat or a doggy, they would love this, right?
Because it has no seed.
That's right. I've never fed my cats any table food, so I don't know if they would ever eat it. But I know you can make cat food and dog food. I've read that.
It's healthier for them.
It is. It is. I just don't want to get into that. Right, cooking already for us is plenty. But I know that this would be a great way. I do have a friend that uses our micro grill for her chicken because she makes her dog and chicken in the micro grill. Oh, to be in her house, right? As a dog. Here we go. That looks good. All right, I'm going to add my carrots and celery to our mixture over here that is now at a complete boil. Looking pretty good. Oh yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. And I'm going to add my peas. I add peas because my husband loves peas in his pot pie. You guys?
Oh, yeah.
Well, and they make it pretty too, right? So yeah, bright color is going to make it very pretty. This is so pretty. Okay, so we're going to give that a second to cook. Get cover back on it. Cook those carrots to get them to be a little bit tender. With the peas, you can either use frozen or you could use a canned pea. I'm using a frozen pea. In our grocery store, they have a section that's really nice and it has bags of frozen peas and lima beans and that are
small bags,
farm to fresh, or whatever they call it. So very, very nice. Not enough chicken?
Yeah.
You think so? We keep adding.
Oh my goodness, fine to have more chicken.
Chicken is always good. And cut it into whatever size you want. So if you want big pieces, cut it into big pieces. I'm trying not to have two bigger pieces so that I don't have to cut it while you're eating. All right, so let's check our veggies. They are boiling and looking really pretty. I'm going to show you.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that nice? Can you see that? Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
I can smell the peas. Carrots. Okay, so now what I want to do is add my thickening agent. I'm going to use our quick shake, and this has a little bit of flour and water. This makes, again, the perfect gravy. You can use this for many things. Anytime you're blending a powder with a liquid, this is a great container and product to use. But I put a little bit of water in it. I added some flour, and you're just going to shake it up. And there's a blender in the top of it that actually is breaking up each of the clumps. So shaking it, making sure all your flour is now nice and broken up. We're going to add this to thicken our pot pie. There we go. And we're going to cook that for a minute or two and let the vegetables start to cook down and some of the liquid to evaporate. Thinking about the stock that you have from the chicken, another great idea for this is to put it in our ice cube trays. And when you're making rice or you're making something like that, you can pour it into the ice cube trays, and then when you need it, pop out a cube or two to flavor your rice or flavor whatever it is that you're trying to flavor. So that's another great thing to do. We're going to add this. So pretty, you guys. And it smells delicious.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Oh, my hand over. Can't cook without making a mess, right?
No, I can't.
Why do that?
No.
Making a mess means that it's gonna taste better. Okay, so now we bring this over to show you. It is now thick, has a nice gravy to it. Let's see if you can see how that gravy is now thickened. Looks good.
Mm-hmm.
This is a hearty meal, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You're like, well, that would feed quite a few people.
Some meals. Freeze it. There's just some meals.
There you go. You're going to take your pie crust, and for this piece of cookware, you're going to lay it literally right on top, and that's it. And now, what did your mother teach you to do to a pie crust when you make it?
Put slices through it. Oh, holes.
Yeah. So, did you do initials?
No.
No? Okay. We always did. Like if it was a blueberry pie, then we put a B on it. If it was chicken, we put a C. Whatever. I'm just going to make pretty slits. And you do that so that your juice is able to kind of bubble up and not from the side. All right, so again, show you that with some slits. See that? What do you think? Is that pretty simple?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm just going to add to the top of this just a little bit of seasoning, just a little Italian, because we're feeling Italian. You could put it right into the meat mixture if you wish, but just putting it right, I love the crust. Probably one of my favorite parts of the pie.
I love the crust. Who doesn't love crust?
Exactly. All right, and now sticking this into our oven, and it's on. It's going to bake at 425 until your crust is golden brown and yummy. So we'll come back to you in just a moment as soon as that crust is golden brown. All right, so our chicken pot pie has cooked and or baked, I should say, in 425, and I would say that was about 25 minutes maybe, just until your crust is brown, because remember your vegetables were already cooked. Don't forget when you pull your cookware out of the oven, your handles are hot. We were just talking about how so many times people burn themselves because we're so used to the handles being cool, but in the oven, they will get hot. So let me show you our chicken pot pie that was literally done in about 30 minutes. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Say yes.
Yes.
Now, I wish you guys at home could smell and taste it, but unfortunately, we don't have that smell-o-vision. But I believe you can make this very simple, very easy, delicious meal. And if you have any questions, always feel free to message me or Facebook me or whatever your form of communication is, or come in for one of our free cooking classes. So thanks a bunch, everybody. Bye now.